Hey guys, so I have class in what time is it? In like a half hour. But I'm gonna do this video real quickly because I feel it's necessary. So I had a health assessment exam last week Thursday, and I had a fundamentals exam this morning at 7 a.m. And these exams were scheduled for about 2 weeks ago. They ended up getting pushed back because of Hurricane Sandy, and Sandy came through and she really messed with my whole schedule. But whatever, yeah. Now I failed both of these exams. I got a 66 on the fundamentals exam this morning, and I got a 63 on the health assessment exam last week Thursday. Passing is 77. Now, a lot of people are going to look at me and say I'm really calm right now. And honestly, that's what I've been getting all day, especially being as my grandmother just passed. My mind is, honestly, I didn't do any homework this weekend. Um, I barely studied for my fundamentals exam last night. I mean, I was trying to study for the past how many days. It didn't really work out the way I wanted it to work out. I would get something done, not be able to, I would lose focus, whatever. So I I'm not surprised I got a 66 to say. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. But I know that I failed both of these exams. Right now I'm averaging a 74.5 in fundamentals and a 74 in health assessment. So I'm not going too crazy because I did well on the first exams that I have for each of those classes, and I know I can get myself to pass. I know I met a bump, I faltered, whatever, but I know I get back on my grind and I'm gonna be good. No doubt about it. Like, I'm not giving myself any other option. I mean, I picture my grandmother beating me, slapping me with her slipper right now. So it's one of the things that keeps me going. Something, a funny yet stern, strict, motherly like memory of her that it's pushing me right now. Um, I refuse to allow myself to fail this program. I really do. But the reason I'm doing this video is because a lot of people are freaking out right now. One person had to withdraw from health assessment. Today was the last day for withdrawal, and everyone is now faced with the decision: do I withdraw from the class or do I fail it? If they withdraw from health assessment, they can take it next year in the fall. If they withdraw from fundamentals, they have to try and come back to the school next year in the fall and get into some nursing program, not the associates, but try and get into the bachelor's program, because ultimately if they fail this semester, they're kicked out for good. So today was a really difficult day, and the class average for these exams were in the 70s, low 70s. So I lied. No, the average for the fundamentals exam was 77, and the average for health assessment, it might have hit 80 at this point because there was a curve. I haven't checked it again yet. But everyone is freaking out. That's the big issue. Everyone is freaking out. Everyone is going crazy. And what I see it as is that everyone's studying. They know the information if you ask them in class, but when they take these exams, answering NCLEX questions is what's getting everybody across the board. Because then we'll review the exam after the class or after we've taken the test, and they know it. But then you explain the rationales behind why that question is that answer, and it's just like, whoa, what are you saying? Like, people, they don't understand, they don't get it. And it's hard to say it's the school's fault because, I mean, let's face it, these are NCLEX questions. These are, the exams. They've been using the same standards and techniques through all of their classes. People have been passing their boards. People in other schools get these same questions. They're passing their exams. So it's not necessarily the test bank. What it is that we have to adapt to answering these questions. We have to learn to think like a nurse, to think critically. Nursing is just a completely different world than anything we've ever learned before. taking the exams are completely different from anything we've ever learned before. And I don't know how much more I can stress that. Like, I don't know. People, my attitude and my approach to the whole situation is I just have to work harder and make sure I ask my professors more questions and try to utilize them more. And if I feel like they're not helping me enough, well then damn, that's more on me. That's just the way I look at it. And the reason I see it that way is because I've seen people go in and pass these exams and go through these programs, and people are still making it out. So clearly something, there's a disconnect somewhere. Clearly something's not clicking on our end. Yes, changes can definitely be made from, the professors and when they're putting these tests together. But it also is just us developing into nurses and learning to think like nurses and answer these questions. I know that's what it is for sure. So, I don't know. But, I mean, people were crying. They were breaking down in tears, trying to figure out if they need to withdraw or not. And today was just a really difficult day. It made no sense. And it was a long day. Even longer for me, honestly, because I was studying last night. I went to bed at about 2 a.m. Woke up at 5 for my test at 7. And whatchamacallit? Yeah, woke up at like 5:30 for my test at 7. And I was in class from like 7 to 2:30 because we missed hours. Because Sandy came through, we had to make up lab hours. So I was in class from like 7 to 2:30, which is really unusual. Normally in my day it'll be like from 8 to what is it? Like 8 to 9:50, and then lab from 10 to like 12:30 or something like that. But it got extended 2 hours. Then I had to go to a meeting and we had to review the health assessment exam. I had to come back and try and do some homework because, I didn't do anything this past weekend. And now I'm about to run out and go to my 6 o'clock class that's from 6 to 8:45. And everyone just had a really long day. Some people had to go to work after. It's crazy. But, I don't know if y'all remember in my beginning videos, I told y'all it's gonna get real. And it just got real. I'm not crying and bawling my eyes. I'm not tearing my eyes out. I mean, I don't know why. I don't want to be crying, so it's fine with me. Everyone's looking at me and they're like, oh my God, you're so strong. You're built for this, because they're just looking at me like, dude, your grandma just passed away. Technically, you're failing your classes. You're a nursing major. And I'm walking around and my whole thing is, you're not going to see that I'm going crazy. I'm trying anyway. Don't know what tomorrow's gonna hold, but as of right now, I don't want anybody to see that anything's wrong with me. So I'm just trying to keep pushing forward. I'm trying to think positively. I'm praying that God stay on my side. Praying that my granny, she watches over me and they push me and help me to endure and get through this. But yeah, it got real, guys. So tell me about what's going on in your classes right now. And it's the middle of the semester, end of the semester almost. Let me know how it's going for you guys. Let me know what your current struggles and concerns are. What craziness is going on in your classes. I want to know, because I know it can't just be us that's going freaking psychotic over here. Have a good night, okay, guys?